And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed. Always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Check safety. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Switch. Hit it.
Minshew throwing on third down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Out of the gun is Minshew. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the Bears first down. Hey, Zoo.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Davis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On the ground, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. On the give, this is Eckler. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This is taken at the 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, baby.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's our time.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Wide, get wide.
Big grip.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
10-2 soft. Hard.
36. Rush in.
Snap.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Set. 8, read.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 45, Mike. 45.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will set up shop at Midfield at the 50-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it's Davis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Hey, exit.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
It's Eckler again. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
70, Indy.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the
5.
whip.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set.
Ball 58's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
General West.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Jam. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Tighten up. Check.
Hey, lock it. 5.
And they give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
I smell fear in that offense.
Head up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd
and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. Stick the oar. Leo.
Check 49. Check 3.
Protein spell.
Under 10. Joker.
Hurry.
Check 50.
Speak up.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Break.
58, Mike. I got you, Pop. At 58.
Snap.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Undercrush. Rock it. He's 61. Matchbox lights.
No.
Look. Squeeze. Get it.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's White. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
18.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. 45, Mike, 45. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Begin.
You draw quarters.
Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They keep it on the ground, White again. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Set. 18, Gator.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Minshew sets to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Set. 18 Gator.
QB's traps. Let's go.
Snap.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Here we go. Here we go. 8 read. Hey, Sam off. Get it.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, lock it.
They run for it with Carson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check the backer. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Roll out. Let go.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. Set. Ted Lobo, Crystal Travis.
All day, baby, all day. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Check, check.
5.
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
Action. Switch, switch, switch.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Go, go, go.
Down. 50. Plant.
46-yard line.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
Brings up
Last
second
stop.
and 9
Last
at
stop.
the 46-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
58's the money. 58's the money. He's tired of me.
Head up.
On second and 9, Minshew. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin, possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Hey, check, check. Hey, 58's the money.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check, check 43.
Hey, 18. Alert. Lock in. Hey, seam 6.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
Now what can Trubisky do here in overtime? Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
First down, here's White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch it.
They go play action. Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. A huge play there in overtime. 51 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Room here to run. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They go right back to White here on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal is from an over.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this